Have you ever refused help, even when you were drowning, just because you didn't want to look weak? This is not an easy question to answer. Many people struggle silently. They work hard, they suffer quietly. And when someone offers help, they say no, not because they don't need it, but because their pride won't allow it. This is the story of one such man. His name was Daniel. Daniel was poor, very poor, but he was also proud, more proud than most people he knew. He lived in a small rented room at the edge of the city. The walls were thin, the roof leaked during heavy rain. In winter, the cold air slipped in through cracks. In summer, the heat made it hard to breathe. Still, Daniel never complained. Every morning, before the sun rose, Daniel woke up, he washed his face with cold water, tied his worn shoes, and went out to work. He did small jobs, carrying goods at the market, cleaning shops, fixing broken things when someone needed help. The work was hard, the pay was small, but Daniel believed something very deeply. Struggle is honor, he often told himself. Taking help is shame. He believed that suffering made him strong, that accepting help made him weak, that only people who could not stand on their own needed support. When people saw how hard he worked, they felt respect for him. "You work like a machine," some said. "You never ask for help," others said. And Daniel felt proud. But pride does not pay bills. At night, Daniel counted his money again and again. The numbers never changed much. Rent took most of it. Food took the rest. Some days he slept hungry. Some days he skipped meals and drank water instead. Yet when someone offered him help, Daniel refused. Once, a shop owner said, "You work very hard. I can give you a steady job here." Daniel smiled politely and said, "Thank you, but I don't want favors." Another time, a neighbor offered him leftover food. Daniel shook his head. "Give it to someone who really needs it." The neighbor looked confused. Daniel clearly needed it. But Daniel believed he was doing the right thing. "I will rise by my own strength," he told himself. "I will not owe anyone anything." Years passed like this. Daniel worked harder each year, but his life stayed the same. His clothes became older, his body became weaker, his dreams became smaller. He once dreamed of opening a small repair shop of his own, a place where people would bring broken things and he would fix them. But dreams need money, and money never stayed with Daniel. Still, he held on to his pride like a shield. One day, something happened that shook him. Daniel was carrying heavy boxes at the market when his foot slipped. He fell hard. Pain shot through his leg. The boxes fell. People gathered around him. "Are you okay?" someone asked. Daniel tried to stand. His leg trembled. He almost fell again. "Sit down," another man said. "Let me take you to a clinic." Daniel pushed himself up. His face was pale. "No," he said sharply, "I'm fine." "You're bleeding," the man insisted. "I said I'm fine," Daniel repeated, forcing himself to walk. Each step hurt, but he did not stop. That night, the pain became worse. His legs swelled. He could not sleep. The next morning, he could not work. Days passed. Daniel lay in his small room, unable to earn money. His savings disappeared quickly. Hunger returned, stronger than before. Still, Daniel did not ask for help. "This is my test," he told himself. "I must endure it." One evening, there was a knock on his door. It was an old man named Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris lived nearby. He was not rich, but he was comfortable. He owned a small workshop and was known for his calm nature. "I heard you were hurt," Mr. Harris said gently. Why didn't you tell anyone?" Daniel replied, "I don't need help," even as his voice trembled. Mr. Harris looked around the room. He saw the empty shelves, the thin blanket, the pain in Daniel's eyes. "May I sit?" Mr. Harris asked. Daniel nodded. Mr. Harris sat on the floor with him. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Mr. Harris said, "Do you know why I came?" Daniel shook his head. "I came to offer you some money," Mr. Harris said simply. "No conditions." Daniel's face hardened. "I can't accept it," he said immediately. "Why?" Mr. Harris asked. "Because I didn't earn it." Mr. Harris smiled softly. "And who told you that accepting help means you didn't earn your life?" Daniel looked away. "I have my dignity," he said. Mr. Harris nodded. "So do I, and I accept help when I need it." Daniel felt anger rise in his chest. "I don't understand," he said. "If I accept money, I become weak. I lose respect." Mr. Harris was silent for a long moment. Then he said something that Daniel did not expect. "Do you think a farmer feels weak when he accepts rain?" Daniel frowned. "The rain falls from the sky. The farmer does not control it, but he uses it. Without rain, his hard work is wasted." Daniel did not reply. Mr. Harris leaned closer. "Hard work without support is like planting seeds in dry soil." Those words stayed in the room long after Mr. Harris left. That night, Daniel could not sleep. For the first time, he asked himself a dangerous question. What if my pride is not protecting me, but trapping me? The next day, Daniel tried to stand again. His legs still hurt. He failed. The room felt smaller. The walls felt closer. Daniel remembered all the offers he had refused, all the hands he had pushed away, and for the first time he felt fear, not of poverty, but of staying the same forever. A week later, Mr. Harris returned. This time, Daniel did not push him away. They sat together again. "I don't know how to accept help," Daniel said quietly. "I was taught that struggle is honor." Mr. Harris nodded. "Struggle builds strength, but refusing support builds walls." Mr. Harris picked up a dull knife from the floor. "Try to cut this bread," he said. Daniel tried. The knife barely worked. Mr. Harris sharpened the knife and then handed it back. "Now try." The knife cut easily. Did the knife become weaker because it was sharpened? Daniel shook his head. "It became more effective," Mr. Harris said. "Help is not weakness, it is sharpening." That day, Daniel accepted the money. His hands shook as he took it. His pride screamed, but his heart felt lighter. With the money, Daniel treated his leg properly. He rested. He healed. Then Mr. Harris offered him something else, a chance to work in his workshop. "Not for free," Mr. Harris said. "You will work, you will learn, and one day you will stand on your own." Daniel hesitated. Then he said yes. At the workshop, Daniel learned new skills. He learned how to manage time, how to deal with customers, how to plan instead of just reacting. He realized something painful but freeing. He had been confusing suffering with progress. Months passed. Daniel saved money. His confidence grew. Not the loud pride he once had, but a quiet confidence built on growth. One day, Mr. Harris helped him rent a small space. Daniel opened his own repair shop. On the first day, he stood inside the shop and felt tears in his eyes, not because he was rich, but because he was free. Years later, Daniel helped others the way Mr. Harris had helped him. And when someone said, "I don't want help, I have my pride," Daniel smiled gently, and he said, "So did I." Being poor is not shameful. Needing help is not weakness. Pride that blocks growth is not dignity. It is fear wearing a mask. If this story feels close to your heart, pause for a moment. Ask yourself honestly, am I refusing help to protect my dignity or my ego? Sometimes the strongest step forward is not pushing harder, it is reaching out and allowing yourself to grow.